Okay. Hey, Erin, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for
Hi.
inviting me.
Absolutely. We're glad that you're here
Yes,
today. We're so
definitely.
excited because you've got some awesome things going on. So we wanted to, the intention behind these switch sessions is to really help others see real life examples of what it takes, what it looks like to make switches, what we call switches, right? Changes, switches in your life that have the potential to just transform, you and the direction, the course of your life. And we all have many of them throughout the course of our lives. So we kind of wanted you to start just by sharing a little bit about who is Erin. What would you like us to know about you? And then transition into your switch.
Sure. And thank you so much for inviting me and asking me to share this story.
Absolutely.
Where I am today is definitely a product of really embracing the power of choice and choosing to make a change in my life. So I'm really excited to share that with your audience today because it's made a difference for me. And my greatest wish is that, my own experiences can translate and help other people really uplift and move forward with more momentum and positivity in their lives too.
That's the goal.
So,
all right on.
Thank you. So my name's Erin Hickok, and right now I am the creator of Cards for Connection. It's an amazing card game designed to uplift humanity, to cultivate connection between people, to our own creative spark, to our confidence, our compassion, and to our willingness to connect with other people. And my willingness to do this kind of work and see myself as a creator is definitely from building this confidence and that switch that you were talking about before. I've been able to cultivate my own trust in myself and my own excitement and being at choice in my life and willing to follow my passion even when it's hard. And this really comes from a key moment in my life. So if we rewind back about, it's about 10 years ago now, I was having one of the most challenging periods of time in my life. I was living in Colorado at the time, and I got a phone call. And there was a doctor on the other end of the line, and he said, "Your mom is in hospice care, and we give her 6 weeks to live. You better come now." And my mom, she had been sick a lot in my life, and I definitely. Are you guys still seeing me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So the doctor called and said, you better get here. And this was serious. Although I had faced my mom having illness in the past, I had never had something this serious and just, really say that this was the end and you better come say goodbye.
Wow.
And this was a really intense phone call. And I'm impressed. I actually packed up everything. I was in Colorado, packed up everything in my car in under half an hour, just loaded my car with all of my things, and I took off to head to Arizona, which is where she was at the time. And I spent the next few weeks taking care of my mom. My sister had flown down from Minnesota, leaving her 3 kids with my father. And the 2 of us were taking care of my mom for several weeks. And this was definitely one of the most challenging periods of time in my life. But every day I had my sister with me. And so I had that back and forth, that solace where we felt like we were a team. And we did things that I never thought that I would have to do. We talked to my mom about cremation versus burial and what she preferred and what we preferred.
Hard conversations to have. Yeah.
I mean,
real moments, like it's here. Seriously. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, this was definitely intense choices that we were making. And not only that, picking the music for the funeral and like making a slideshow for the funeral and going through and choosing like what items she wanted to give to who and like putting Post-it notes on them. It was like my mom was really angry and I was really angry and my sister she was really angry too, just that this was like coming to an end and there didn't seem to be resolution and none of us wanted to be there. So we were really like, as a family, although we were moving through the motions of doing these things, there was just so much tension and a lot of fighting was happening between us all. And I know I was really upset and numbing myself out because I didn't want to be part of that. I really wanted, my family to love each other and to be present and, honor these last weeks that we had together. And the culmination point, my moment of switch, came the day that I took my sister back to the airport. She needed to go back and be with her kids. And so I drove her to the airport. And when I drove back to the house, and I realized that I was there with my mom alone. And, I was just, 28 at the time, 27 at the time. And I just had all these thoughts going through my head. Like, I am too young to have to deal with this. Like, people shouldn't have to do this alone. I'm so alone. And I really felt aloneness for like the first time in my life at such a deep, deep level, like feeling like abandoned and just lost completely. And I was crying on the back patio where my sister and I for the past few weeks have been sitting and sharing all this time together. Here I was all alone and deep, deep sadness, tears and crying, like the deepest sobs that I've ever cried. And there was this moment where I just heard myself say, like my highest self say to myself, just surrender, just give it to the universe. And I heard that. And in that moment, I said yes, that I would surrender.
Wow. So this was like a voice that you heard.
Yes.
Wow.
I heard it loud and clear, just give it to the universe. And, I wasn't very, really into the stuff that I'm into now. So this was definitely, a surprise to kind of hear that voice. And I say that it's my higher self. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I heard it. And what happened in that moment, in that very moment, is I switched from resisting being there and fighting and not wanting to be there. I switched to saying, yes, I'm here right now. And in that moment, all that suffering peeled off of me. It felt like Velcro, like coming apart. Like I felt it on my body. I felt it come off of me, all of the suffering that I had been carrying.
Wow.
And I just had this peace come over me and I started laughing, like not just, like this is funny, but like this big cosmic Buddha laughter where it's like suddenly it was like I got the joke.
Okay.
It was just such a polarity of this deep sadness and suffering to suddenly just choosing to be there in the moment and like feeling the joy. All of a sudden, I was the one who was treasuring every last minute that I had with my mom. I was the one who was choosing that, yes, I was going to be there. I was the one who was choosing to see her beautiful heart and not the one who was fighting and being angry and saying mean things. I was the one who was choosing to be there and have compassion and see through all of the fear that she was facing. And I mean, it was the biggest quantum leap, level up, like Satori experience I've ever had in my life. And the result of that going forward and being with my mom is that my mom actually couldn't fight with me anymore. She could try to fight with me, and I would just look at her and just love her.
I love you, Mom.
I was choosing to be there. Like, the fighting only worked if I was fighting back.
Right.
Fighting only worked if I didn't want to be there and she was pointing it out. We ended up being, the really bonus ending to the story is that my mom actually didn't die. My mom actually healed from congestive heart failure and pulmonary hypertension, which is a miracle in and of itself. But she also talks back to this period of time. She's like, remember when I was on hospice? Like, it was the best time ever. Because she had that real deep love and appreciation. And, this was a healing moment for my mom. It really just goes to show what a difference we can make when we choose to be present, that it impacts everyone else around us as well.
That's so true.
Yes.
Yeah. And so many of us walk around not being present, which is sad.
Yeah.
If only we can stay awake long enough to smell the roses every day.
Well, I think a reason that people resist that, and a reason that I resisted that, is because the smell of the garbage was so intense. And really, if you're going to have yourself be open, you've got to be open to the full spectrum of experience and really choose and say, yes, I am here and I choose to be here, and to really trust that the smell of the garbage is not going to last that long, and the smell of the roses is not going to last that long, and that you're just going to choose and bring love, as much love as possible, to every single moment.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Nice.
So your mom is still with you.
She's still with me. She's up in Iowa. I talk to her on a weekly basis.
Nice.
And I love her very, very much. She still has some health issues, but she's still alive, and she's actually doing better than she's ever been doing now. And this is about 10 years later. So.
Oh, that's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go, Mom. That's the power of love healing there.
Smelling the roses.
Yes, absolutely. And the power of choosing to be, being a yes to life, no matter what it looks like in the moment.
Right.
Being a conscious yes. I am here. I choose to be here. And I think that my own choosing yes to be present and in life just and my desire for my mom to be present with me, I think it was so powerful. It brought her into a yes to living again too.
That's really nice. Wow.
Well, thank you for sharing that story.
Yes. Woo.
So, yeah, I'm still coming down from it. That's a great, wow. So, where are you now?
Do you mean like physically or in relation to that story, or?
In relation to the story, where are you now?
Yeah. I would say that I've cultivated a practice of saying yes to life in more ways. Oh gosh, I'm like tearing up. In more ways than I ever thought possible in that moment. You talk about like the smelling the flowers. Like, I didn't even know there were so many flowers to smell. I've traveled around the US. I've gone to other countries. I have created my own business where I am the boss of what it is that I'm creating every day. I'm accountable to myself. I'm helping other people. I've helped other people live their missions, find their missions, and live their dreams. I've helped nonprofits and social good businesses create a vision for themselves that really created a positive impact in the world.
Yeah.
And I have so much fun and play in my life every day. And I didn't know that that was possible. I dance. I never danced before. It's really amazing thinking back to my perspective of the world. It was so painful for me to open my heart because all I saw was pain and suffering.
Right.
And when my heart broke open, it wasn't just suffering that was there. There was this huge buffet of beauty. And when I was able to be present and say yes, and then choose what to focus my energy on and keep on focusing on what it is that I wanted in my life and continue making momentum forward, it's brought me this amazing adventure. I went to Guatemala a couple weeks ago, like as a surprise and as a gift from someone.
Wow.
That's such an abundant life. And I think it's a result of me choosing yes again and again and again, because this is not like, I don't come from a wealthy family. I don't come from, I don't have a whole, in the past, I didn't have a lot of support for me to be an entrepreneur. And I really, they talk about bootstrapping, and it's like, I'm still doing that. But I believe in myself, and I love myself, and I cultivate that on a regular basis, and that reflects in the world back to me. It's an adventure. I am still choosing yes every day.
Love it.
Yeah, that's powerful.
So
what would you advise someone who is on the fence about making the switch? How would you advise them?
Like if they are thinking about a change to make in their lives,
Mm-hmm.
focus on the change that you do want to make, the thing that you want in your life. Focus every single day on that. Forget about the stuff that you don't want in your life. Don't give your attention to that. Focus on what it is that you do want and go after it every day, even if it's just a little bit. Even if you're just getting up 10 minutes early and you're meditating and you're writing about it, exactly what you want, you get that in your mind and you focus your intention on that, and magic happens. When you put in that effort, when you put in that focused attention and intention, magic happens. And keep doing it, because it will seem like it's not happening at first. But you're going to have faith, and you're going to keep on focusing that momentum forward, and you are going to be so impressed and surprised and delighted by what unfolds, not just what your own intention has unfolded, but surprises that are in store for you of following your dreams that you didn't even know could possibly exist will be in your life. That's the reward for following your dreams and following your mission.
Powerful.
That's
great.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And that is so true, because what you focus on expands. So focus. Awesome. Great. So how can people get to know more about you and Cards for Connection? Where would you say they should go?
Well, you can visit me. If you have an Instagram page, I really love my Instagram. I put up pictures on there almost every single day where you can follow me on my journey and also see the cards and connections between people that folks send in. I'm also on Facebook at Cards for Connection. I have a YouTube channel that I just started, Cards for Connection. And of course, cardsforconnection.com is the website. And you could actually, I'll even show you guys a little.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Example. They're rainbow colors. There's 2 different kinds of cards. And they're all using intentional language, conscious language, nonviolent communication. So this is a great way to program yourself to focus on what is the positive and what it is that you do want. If you're having trouble training your brain to focus on what you want, this is a really great way to do it. It will keep on propelling you forward. And you just draw a card and you just read it out loud, and it will help you upgrade your own operating system. So I have those available on my website.
So these cards are meant to be played alone, or can you play in groups? Like how does it work?
That's a great question. So these ones, this is called connection games, and these ones are intended to play the full deck in a group of people. So it's not just you saying what it is that you desire, but you're doing it in connection with others. There's something so powerful about being witnessed in what it is that you desire. You have somebody on your team.
Right.
Having a coach, but these are your friends, and it's a really great opportunity to you just share with each other the things that you really want, express your own creativity, and then you can use them on your own. One of the ways I like to do all the darker colored cards, the purple ones, these are all fill in the blanks, like I feed my creativity by.
Okay.
So these ones, I sometimes will set a timer, and if I'm playing them by myself, like set a 1 or 2 minute timer, and then like I'll say again and again, I feed my creativity by dancing, I feed my creativity by singing, I feed my creativity by journaling every day, I feed my creativity by, and so I just keep on doing that, and that'll give you a deeper, richer experience if you're playing this on your own.
Very nice.
Fantastic. All right, guys. So you have heard it from Erin. Go ahead and follow her. We'll make sure that we place her links somewhere around with the video. And connect with her and go check out her cards. She's doing amazing things.
Amazing.
We're watching your journey, and we are just so in love with you. Your spirit is amazing. Thank you for sharing your story.
We're so happy, so pleased. Thank you so much.
Thank you both for having me on today, and thank you, beautiful audience. You guys are amazing entrepreneurs in this world and really moving forward. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing it.
Awesome. Until next time, guys.